Hello YouTube users, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to set up two routers with a serial link and a fast Ethernet link to a PC, and I'm going to work fairly quickly because I only have 10 minutes, and I'm going to show you how to set an encrypted password for your router and just a plain text password for your router, and just do some basic classful subnetting on the PC and the routers. Okay, so let's get started. Because the generic router, if you look here, it says generic. This router has modules in it already, so we don't really have to fiddle with it. If you click router empty, you're gonna have a bit of a problem. You're gonna have to put modules in and that sort of thing. So just let's go with the generic. We'll select 2 for now, and let's select the PC. Let's change these names to abbreviate them. Router 1 stands for R1. Router 2 stands for R2, and we'll just leave PC0 as PC0. Okay, let's get right to it. You want to click serial DCE because this sets the clock rate, and click the PC first that you want to set the clock rate on. So we'll set it on router 2, and we'll do serial 20 to serial 20. Let's go into router 2, and you want to say, where it prompts you continue with configuration dialog, you want to say no, I do not want to continue with configuration dialog. Okay, so then escalate yourself into executive privilege mode, and once again into global configuration mode, and we want to change the host name. Okay, so we want to change it to R2. If you look over here, it says router, and we want that to be R2 so it's easy to reference in the future. Bam, router R2. Okay, let's do the same for router 1. No again. Escalate yourself from exec mode to privileged exec mode, and then once again to global configuration mode, which is conf t hostname R1, and there you have it, R1. Okay, so now, as you may have seen, if you go exit, this is what a user would normally see when they originally log into the router. They'll just see this, right? And then they hit enter, and they get this prompt. And if the user's pretty familiar with routers, they can just type en, and basically they have more privileges on the router. They can do more stuff. If they go conf t, they can do even more stuff. So we want to prevent that. So what we're going to do is we're going to set a password, and we're going to let them be able to fiddle around in exec mode, but we don't want them to be able to fiddle around in privileged exec mode and that type of thing. So let's set a password. So we'll go enable password and Kevin. Okay, password means that this Kevin password will be able to be read in plain text. Okay, this is not ideal, but I'm going to just do it for this tutorial, and I'm going to show you how to encrypt it too. So Kevin, okay, and if we go to router 2, we'll encrypt the password. So we'll go enable secret. This enables the password Kevin. Okay, and I can show you what I mean if you go show run. Okay, and you go over here back to router 1, show run. Okay, so on router 1, which is this router, we said enable password Kevin, and Kevin's in plain text. Not ideal. This one we said enable secret Kevin. Kevin is not in plain text. It looks all messed up. No one's gonna, I mean, not no one, but it would be pretty hard to it'd be a lot of effort so to penetrate that router. Okay, so let's set up a line console password. This is if you were in a real life scenario. If you had a laptop and you wanted to plug it into your router and do some configurations, you would want a password on there so no one can not anybody who just walks past the router can just plug it in and do their thing. So let's do line console. We'll just say Kevin again to keep it a little bit consistent. Oh, line console, sorry. Oops, I'm sorry. Line console 0. We've got like a million commands in my head. So, okay, password, Kevin, and you want to say login. Make sure you say login at the end, or else you won't be able to log in. Okay, and do the same on this router. Conf t line console 0, password Kevin, and these passwords, or Kevin, won't be encrypted, but there is a way to encrypt it, and I'll show you if I have time in this tutorial. Okay, so that's done, and now we want to connect the PC to router 1, and we need to do a quick we need to speed this up a bit, so just bear with me. We're just going to use a private address, 192.168.1.254, and this is a classful address, just so you know, 192.168.1.1. That's our default gateway, default router IP address, which would be this IP address over here. Let's configure that quickly. Int FA, I believe it's 0, 0. Let's just double check. Yep, it is FA00. IP address 192.168.1.1, 255.255.255.5.0. No shut, which brings the link up. No shutdown. Remember to use no shutdown. Let's do the other side of the router, which is this side over here. Serial 2.0, and yes, 2.0. S stands for serial. Add 10.1.1.1, 255.255.255.0. No shut. Okay, and the link won't come up until you set the clock rate and bring up the other link on the other side on router 2. So IP int S20 IP add 10.1.1.2. Oops, subnet mask. No shut, and we want to give it a clock rate of, let's do 6400. Okay, so that should work. This router should be able to ping the other side. So, well, ping, not the other side, ping router 1. So let's just test ping 10.1.1.1. Yep, success rate 100. And because we don't have any static routes or that sort of thing, PC1 won't be able to get to router 2. So ping 10, let's go 192.168.1.1. Okay, it can get to this interface over here. Let's see if it, let me show you what I mean. It won't be able to get to this interface over here. So ping 10.1.1.2. Pinging, it should say unreachable. Let's see what it says. Request timed out. Yeah, well, request timed out. It's either reachable or request timed out. So the time to live died. Okay. So let's get out of that. Control Shift 6. Okay, and so I'm running out of time here, so I'm just going to wrap it up. And you know, that's just the basic configurations on routers and PCs. In the next tutorial, I'll show you how to do a static route, and later on I'll show you how to do RIP version 1 and RIP version 2, ERGRP, OSPF, and so on and so on. Okay, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Oops, let me just stop it quick. If it would stop, that would be great.